going to be talking about a couple of techniques I just did then, which is harmonica tongue flutter and tongue switch, or harmonica tremolo. Someone's contacted me via my YouTube channel to ask me how I do this particular technique. Well, there's two. This is a two-part video. Today I'm going to be talking about tongue flutter technique, tongue tremolo, which sounds like this. And I'll come on to speaking about tongue switch, which is in the next video. So just kind of keep things moving along. The way this technique works on the flutter is by moving your tongue against the harmonica on a tongue block. It can be done on a blow or a draw, and you need to be able to tongue block single notes, and it produces a really cool sound which you can use on intros, when backing, in solos, all over the place. And you would have heard people like Sonny do it, Kim Wilson. One of the best exponents is a guy called Paul Lamb, great UK harmonica player that you've probably all heard of. And it may take some time to get the hang of it and the strength in your tongue, but it's well worth, just keep practicing and keep going. And it's quite hard to learn both these techniques together, as in the switch and the flutter. You'll probably find you gravitate to one or the other depending on how easy you find it to move your tongue. But if you can learn both techniques, it's a great thing to be able to have. So starting with the flutter, again, anywhere where you can do an octave, draw 4 octave, draw 5 octave. It's not an octave, but between the draw 2 and draw 5, and then the blow 6 octave, and then up the harp. You can do this tongue flutter. So moving up would be so it's a great sound. You probably recognise that from people like Sonny Terry. That kind of thing. And on intro, use it all over the place. Third position. So great technique to be able to have. A couple of really important things to mention about it is that depending on which side you tongue block to get single notes, so normally you tongue block one side or the other. Some people can tongue block using both sides, but that will mean that one side of your tongue is stronger than the other. So when you go for a tongue flutter, you'll probably find that that side of your tongue produces more vibration, and that note comes through clearly. Less so, in my case, let's say on the low note. Now, a really good tongue flutter should have both the notes sounding strongly. This is why Paul Lamb is such a great exponent of this particular technique. What do I mean by that? So, using the draw 5, this is an A harp. Second position, this technique. Do you hear that low frequency in there? If you can get the low frequency, it really does fatten the sound up. That's what Paul's so good at. Another interesting thing to mention about tongue flutter technique is the way you angle the harp against your face, either away from you or towards you, completely changes the sound. So most commonly it's turned inwards to produce that. Kind of thing. Now, if you tilt the harp away from you, you get more of a little water sound. It's a pretty cool sound. That's another good example of why it's so good to include tongue blocking in your playing. Not necessarily saying you should only use tongue blocking. Lick pursing is great and it has a time and a place. But if you can learn to include tongue blocking in this particular technique, if you're a blues player, you can really add a lot of cool effects into your playing. So by angling the harp, you get these different sounds, and I think this also demonstrates the importance of your acoustic tone. So this kind of effect. Now I'm not cupping the harp there, I'm not using an amplifier, and you can still get that big sound. And the common misconception is those sounds come from the amp or they come from the microphone, and it really isn't true. It's really down to your acoustic tone. An amp just makes you louder, rubbish in, louder rubbish out. It really is that simple. So this kind of shows you that you can get those kind of little water kind of sounds acoustically. Same on the kind of intros you hear. So a lot of it, nearly all of it, can be done acoustically. So the other thing to remember about, I should say, about the tongue flutter technique is also to be able to introduce rhythm, as I just did there. So as the tongue goes backwards and forwards, you can use counterpoint rhythms and generate some cool different effects. And you can use it on the draw, as I'm doing there, or on the blow. And you can use it, right up the harp. So really a great technique to have. I hope that's useful. And next part I'm going to be talking about the tongue switch method, which is another great sound which kind of replaces the head roll. Sounds a bit like this. So I hope that's useful, and check out the next video. Thanks. My name's Sankey.